It's why we call it the slum. Ballers ain't really ballin', they stuntin', take pictures real good. Everybody trying to eat, problem, we fighting over crumbs. Won't help you fix a plate, but when you fix it, they ask you to grub. So much hate in my face, it's hard to see the love. Yo, to thrive in the gutter, you gotta slide with your blower. Sometimes you gotta leave, cause niggas want you to fall. Every other day, somebody mama get in that car. I.P. to my dogs who went out over some cat. For your neighborhood weed man doing life and one selling crack. No wonder why we call it the trap. The righteous always prevail, right? For the cheese niggas turn rat. That's why you move slow as a snail bite. Same ones to pass you a blunt, want you to fail life and everything else, except for death in jail. If you ask a real nigga, man, they desperate as hell. The type that get caught through time in the box, claim you not they self. Clumsy emotion on me, these ninjas be tripping. You can play everything in the game and you wanna play victim. Bars is hard, but what's harder? Them bars in prison. Life is what you make it, my ninja. On me, that's a given. Records were meant to be broken, so I'm finna break them. Chances are meant to be taken, and I'm finna take them. Dreams are everything, but on me, the nightmares you face. Stand tall through it all, so I move just like Jason. Yeah, I chose them cause to kill niggas, you gotta be patient. It started in the basement, now we shooting through the ceiling. Then travel across the world with my city, then kept my pivot. Pitch black, I'm blowing that glow. Chronicles of Riddick, let's get it. Yeah, forever. Forever. Yeah. Where I'm from, they don't make it, why we call it the slum. Ballers ain't really ballin', they stuntin', take pictures real good. Everybody trying to eat, problem, we fighting over crumbs. Won't help you fix a plate, but when you fix it, they ask you to grub. So much hate in my face, it's hard to see the love. Yo, to thrive in the gutter, you gotta slide with your blower. Sometimes you gotta leave, cause niggas want you to fall. Every other day, somebody mama get in that car. I.P. to my dogs who went out over some cat. For your neighborhood weed man doing life and one selling crack. No wonder why we call it the trap. The righteous always prevail, right? For the cheese niggas turn rat. That's why you move slow as a snail bite. Same ones to pass you a blunt, want you to fail life and everything else, except for death in jail. If you ask a real nigga, man, they desperate as hell. The type that get caught through time in the box, claim you not they self. Clumsy emotion on me, these ninjas be tripping. You can play everything in the game and you wanna play victim. Bars is hard, but what's harder? Them bars in prison. Life is what you make it, my ninja. On me, that's a given. Records were meant to be broken, so I'm finna break them. Chances are meant to be taken, and I'm finna take them. Dreams are everything, but on me, the nightmares you face. Stand tall through it all, so I move just like Jason. Yeah, I chose them cause to kill niggas, you gotta be patient. It started in the basement, now we shooting through the ceiling. Then travel across the world with my city, then kept my pivot. Pitch black, I'm blowing that glow. Chronicles of Riddick, let's get it. Yeah, forever. Forever. Yeah. Where I'm from, they don't make it, why we call it the slum. Ballers ain't really ballin', they stuntin', take pictures real good. Everybody trying to eat, problem, we fighting over crumbs. Won't help you fix a plate, but when you fix it, they ask you to grub. So much hate in my face, it's hard to see the love. Yo, to thrive in the gutter, you gotta slide with your blower. Sometimes you gotta leave, cause niggas want you to fall. Every other day, somebody mama get in that car. I.P. to my dogs who went out over some cat. For your neighborhood weed man doing life and one selling crack. No wonder why we call it the trap. The righteous always prevail, right? For the cheese niggas turn rat. That's why you move slow as a snail bite. Same ones to pass you a blunt, want you to fail life and everything else, except for death in jail. If you ask a real nigga, man, they desperate as hell. The type that get caught through time in the box, claim you not they self. Clumsy emotion on me. These ninjas be tripping. You can play everything in the game and you wanna play victim. Bars is hard, but what's harder? Them bars in prison. Life is what you make it, my ninja. On me, that's a given. Records were meant to be broken, so I'm finna break them. Chances are meant to be taken, and I'm finna take them. Dreams are everything, but on me, the nightmares you face. Stand tall through it all, so I move just like Jason. Yeah, I chose them cause to kill niggas, you gotta be patient. It started in the basement, now we shooting through the ceiling. Then travel across the world with my city, then kept my pivot. Pitch black, I'm blowing that glow. Chronicles of Riddick, let's get it. Yeah, forever. Yo, what's up, y'all? I know it's a few people in here. I don't know if I'm super loud. Damn, my computer is fucking loud. It'll pick up all that shit. I'm gonna give me another mic. I had a mic, but I'm not even sure how to use it yet, man. Tony, what's up, Grant? How you feeling, bro? Anybody else is in here, man? I ain't really on nothing today, man. You fucking with that, bro? I'll send that to you. Grant. That's just some new shit I've been working on, man. I'm constantly working on music, man. I just don't make it. I don't make it my, you know what I'm saying? Bro, you finna make me play it again. Let me play it one more time. Hey, I laid it last night too and shit, bro. One take Jake, that shit. Shout out to my motherfucking man, China man, G man, be lacing me and shit. Send me your email, bro. Yeah, I'm tagging my producer, man. My nigga got that shit. He already one of them ones like. Ballers ain't really ballin', they stuntin', take pictures real good. Everybody trying to eat, problem, we fighting over crumbs. Won't help you fix a plate, but when you fix it, they ask you to grub. So much hate in my face, it's hard to see the love. Yo, to thrive in the gutter, you gotta slide with your blower. Sometimes you gotta leave, cause niggas want you to fall. Every other day, somebody mama getting that call. I to my dogs who went out over some cat. For your neighborhood weed man doing life and one selling crack. No wonder why we call it the trap. The righteous always prevail, right? For the cheese niggas turn rat. That's why you move slow as a snail bite. Same ones to pass you a blunt, want you to fail life and everything else, except for death in jail. If you ask a real nigga, man, they desperate as hell. The type that get caught through time in the box, claim you not they self. Clumsy emotion on me. These ninjas be tripping. You can play everything in the game and you wanna play victim. Bars is hard, but what's harder? Them bars in prison. Life is what you make it, my ninja. On me, that's a given. Records were meant to be broken, so I'm finna break them. Chances are meant to be taken, and I'm finna take them. Dreams are everything, but on me, the nightmares you face. Stand tall through it all, so I move just like Jason. Yeah, I chose them cause to kill niggas, you gotta be patient. It started in the basement, now we shooting through the ceiling. Then travel across the world with my city, then kept my pivot. Pitch black, I'm blowing that glow. Chronicles of Riddick, let's get it. Yeah, forever. Yeah, bro, I see y'all doing y'all thing out there, man. Shout out to Jonathan, man. Shout out to the whole XS, man, bro. It's already the way we had Day1. Make this push
y'all recorded last night. That's been in that. You know what I mean? What's what you watching? What you got going on now? Let's say I went to school with Slug and motherfucking Squirrel and shit, man. Was able to ride with the OGs from the hood, man, and talk real life me back. Yeah, with the brothers had to say, man, it was crazy. Bro, I'm just about real life. It, talking to them, right? Having a real life. Yeah, but I did get to yeah, with OGs, man, real, real, we take brains, bro. Like, take brains. I was asking real life, good murders, like, overall, talk about this,
Better? Oh, I know why it's like that. I know. I know exactly why it's like that. Because I had to fucking speak on. Can you hear me now? Is it better? Less distorted? Okay, see, so that's another thing I'm learning. Like when you're dealing with all these different electronics, to have speakers next to the computer and the computer next to TV and another PC is just a no-no. But again, back to what I was talking about. Oh man, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Hey, y'all do me a favor, man. I got real special people that fuck with me, man. I want y'all to send my brother and his family some big love, big energy, man. You know, as we grow older and our body don't just stand up the way it did as kids, we have to sometimes go to the doctor, unfortunately, and get these surgeries and shit, man. I want y'all to send my family some love. I don't have to get into big details and shit, but just do that for me, bro. Do that for me. Even if you don't comment and say love, just do it mentally. But okay, back to what I was saying. This is what I was saying. So I sat with some OGs that I looked up to from my hood, you know what I'm saying? And as I see it, some real stand-up guys. I mean, a lot of niggas had to do what they had to do, but when you've been in the streets, you know what to consider to be a stand-up street nigga and vice versa. So anyway, you know, just hearing they journey, their testimonies, all I could take from it at the end of the convo was thinking about, damn, like, again, they grew up in an era, like we think our era was kind of fucked up because we crossed over from, what was it, the internet social media era. We went from being kids, mannerisms, yes ma'am, no ma'am, hold the door, church, even the bad kids, to the kids that we got now. It's shit's totally different.
I'm seeing posts like on the daily about I just hate how times have changed. My sister, she always posts good positive shit. So to see her saying like times have changed and what happened to mannerism and things like it make you think. So again, before they drop crack off in the hoods, y'all, before they drop crack off in the ghetto and that crack not only destroyed the black family, but destroyed all families across the world. Black people had just set in stone to be able to do certain things like white people. So you got to think these black people prior to the crack epidemic had money. They thrived to be great. They was fresh. They was fly. They was smart as fuck. You know, that's a fact, bro. That is a fact. And they killed the love music. R&B ain't even the same. It's so sexual. There ain't nothing wrong with, sexual music because we've always had sexual music. Before it just to be, now I'm gonna fuck you in the mouth type shit. You think about, they ain't really saying that, but you might as well, because when you think about what's being played on the radio, and if you got kids, you like, damn, your kids are hearing this. Again, you gotta think about not your parents. If you my age, if you anywhere of that 30s to 40s age, we gonna say the parents of your parents. Cause my parent, by the time my parent was old, the crack epidemic had slowed down. Niggas is snorting powder, niggas is weed heads, etc., etc. But what I get from it is, and I'm gonna do more research, but again, my research is talking to people that was there, that dealt with the situations, that had to live through this shit, you know what I'm saying? Them explaining how people was killing people for crack. Them explaining how people, not when I say people, I'm talking about like crackheads killing people, killing the drug dealers. So in my head, I'm like, damn, but when I started understanding the streets, by that time, the gangsters, the street niggas was superior. So you thinking of me personally, I'm thinking of the shift change. So my age group, I graduated or should have graduated 2003. I'm an 84 baby, 80s baby. So you got the gangsters up here. But prior to that, the people who was crackheads, but they weren't even crackheads yet. These was the black people that have infiltrated the system and become great, got jobs, got businesses, dress nice, drive nice things. They doing what the high class people do, no matter they race, color, or creed. All I can get from it is that the government was like, we don't like this shit, and they thought that this crack shit was gonna just fuck us up. But what the crack did was fuck up every family that had a part of it. Then, I get to asking questions like, I'm a question asker. You know what I'm saying? And I closed mouths don't get fed. I was taught that from a small age. So I start asking questions like, who smoked crack more? From y'all point of view, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, look, yeah, these niggas really thinking about it. Cause these niggas came up in the era when crack literally was starting busting, the whole Big Meats and shit like that. And I'm from a small area. I'm from Gary, Indiana. They like, shit, kind of think about it. Bruh, motherfucking the whole Broadway. I've seen pictures. I've heard people speak about it, but I've heard older folks speak about it. I ain't heard no niggas my age talk about it. And when they started talking about it and I started visioning how Gary, Indiana was the whole Broadway from, what did he say, from, was it, I already know, from Second to right there about Seymour, that whole thing lit up. You got big shopping centers, you got people of color, whites too, whatever, people with money, period, going in there shopping. You had gold blacks, you had stores with elevators, shit like that. So all we know is what we see until others tell us and share something different. All the kids that know is what they see right now until shit has changed and the motherfuckers just help improve the city. Again, I know I've heard so many stories of how the black folks telling us the white folks moved out. They like the niggas is taking over. They started tearing down all the stores and all that shit about how much of that area used to just be beach. So again, and I know I'm all over the place, so I don't necessarily have one topic I'm talking about now. I'm really just talking about our history and how I go out and about, just try to figure out and learn shit. Not see, because I consider myself to be an entity. The product is not. I'm not selling the product. I'm selling me. The product is just what you're paying for. But I'm an entity, whether it's me being informative and just telling you some new shit that I've learned about my city, myself, other people, or just putting you on the game on how you could better yourself, both mentally, physically. Shit, we don't get enough of that where I'm from. What we get is people sharing journey of how to be messy or how to handle beef or how to do street shit or, you know, keep it gangster, which is cool and all. You wanna have some of that in life because that shit ain't gonna stop, obviously. But we also want to project and show other folks that we got some great people, some talented people. I want to show folks that Gary wasn't always a rundown city and won't always be a rundown city. But in order to do that, I not only got to speak it into the atmosphere, I got to move in that manner. That means that when I go on my lives, I want to make you laugh here and there, let you hear my good music and show you some of my clothes. But I got to make sure that I'm presenting exactly what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I see somebody writing some shit. You still can't hear me, bro? I fixed it. I changed it up. Can you hear me now? Hold on. I'm responding to bro and shit. I'm actually running this live off of like 3 platforms. I got one going on YouTube, another one going on a couple of my Facebook pages. Nick, what's up, bro? Another thing I was talking about, I talked about it a little bit yesterday. I'm gonna really tap in on it Wednesday night because that's when I do my lives. But the whole Indianimal situation with Miss Natural, it did bother me. It didn't bother me like I'm mad at her, hate her, dislike her type shit. It bothered me that somebody who does what she does for a living will have the balls. Did I say it right? Or let's just say the balls. Because women do have balls. Depending on how big the vagina lips, yeah, they got balls. But that she would have the balls to even try to tear down somebody from where she from. I don't even know if she's from Gary, Indiana. I'm beyond, but even if she is, that's the problem with us. We find the time to tear people down. Now, this ain't me tearing her down per se. This is I consider this me critiquing her and the shit she said. You know what I'm saying? Jeff, what's up, man? Make sure I say hey to everybody. Now, look, I'm live on my main page, which is my Champ James Worthy page, which is my artist page. I don't know if y'all following that page. I see I got like 4 people on one page. I got 5 people on another page. It can also show me, I got to make sure I go into there and show y'all the comments too. So what? Yeah, the queen and I. Shout out to whoever's following me on YouTube. I really appreciate that. That's dope of you, man. Like just to vibe with me. Again, this is something I've been wanting to do for quite some time. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little more afraid because I know a lot of people fuck with me when I'm being messy, which is crazy. Well, it ain't crazy, but again, controversy seems to bring so much people around. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, well, what happened when I get on this tip? I don't want to say that it's positive because it ain't gonna always be positive. It's crazy. Me and the family was talking about this after I got off with you. Yeah, man. You can hear me good, bro, man. Bro said Bill Burr had a rant about this. Tearing people down is more entertaining than positivity. And it is. But I think if we can find an equal medium, I know I can. Because again, I don't have to tear somebody down in order to be funny. You feel me? And even with this, like me being direct, talking about I think her name Ariel. I don't want to call him Miss Natural. Ariel. I don't consider this to be tearing her down or hating. I think I'm speaking facts, or at least my opinion and a few facts. Again, she said so much shit about the homie. She said he ain't from Gary, he from Nap. And, you know, you just think about this is how quick people speak and say shit, don't be knowing shit because they just doing it for clout. Do you know, in my eyes, I feel personally, if Ariel had said something like, oh, that ain't necessarily my cup of tea. But bro making big moves. He doing his thing. Salute to him, move, Blazski. Some of that foreign fashion that would have done a lot more to help his career. Instead, burn him. You know, you gonna probably hear this a couple times before Wednesday, because again, it sticks with me. I had a homie jump on the post and say he feel like the word being called an Indianimal is equivalent to a white person calling them the N-word. If that wasn't the stupidest shit I ever heard in life, again, we just say anything. I don't think we think before we write. We just want to be like a part of the conversation, whether you with it or against it. Sometimes you got to pace yourself. That's why the lingo is, if you ever notice, I say shit like Indiana pace, shit like I'm moving at an Indiana pace. We're slow. We're behind everyone. We get a lot of the fashion late, all that shit. I move at an Indiana pace. I observe. I listen a lot before I say something. Sometimes I be a little emotional, depending on. Just think like a nigga like you, a black person, black skin, said that being called an Indianimal is equivalent to be called the N-word. If that ain't disrespectful to any black person that fought the fight, the good fight, any black person, and then literally the Emmett Tills and all that, like, we got to think about what we're saying. Yes, I understand that when Chicago folk and Indiana folk sometimes call you an Indianimal. Wait, let me see, is my shit still live? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to see if my shit's still live. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, okay, I'm still rolling. But for you to compare that shit to being called the N-word, bruh. Matter of fact, let me send bro a motherfucking let me send him. I'm finna send him a motherfucking invite, and then I'm gonna send him an invite to get on the pod, because that's what I was saying. I was offended. If anybody who had to sit at them chairs, the back of the bus, get spit on, get beat with batons, was seeing that would be a slap in the face. Being called an Indianimal is only affecting you because what people said as a derogatory term, they trying to hurt your feelings, and they're doing a good job from it. But instead, folks ain't like presented. I'm not from Chicago. I can't be a Chicago Bull. I'm not a Chicago Bear. I'm a motherfucking. I hate to say it, sounds stupid, but that's how much I love Indiana. You know, Indiana tattoos on me. It's no loyalty to where we from. So how could you expect people to be loyal to you? That's what I'm getting to. You know, that term is a term of, when I hear it, it's like a mascot term. It's like I said, it's like being a Hoosier. So if somebody call you a Hoosier, is that disrespectful and derogatory term? Like, how do y'all feel about it? I'm finna actually look up Hoosiers, because I'm more than, I know a motherfucker that was white created that name. Let me go look that shit up, bruh. Y'all give me 1 second, man. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm gonna play this little track for y'all, man. Let y'all hear this track, man. I was playing earlier for my brother. Man, Tony said he fucking with it, so I'm gonna play it for y'all, man. Y'all give y'all boy a little feedback. Shout out to everybody that's on YouTube chilling with me. Anybody that's on one of my several Facebook pages that's chilling with me. I am Worthy, the Surf Ninja 219, Fashion Lord Inuwasha, Artist Extraordinaire. I said it wrong. Fashion Lord Shamaru, Artist Extraordinaire Inuwasha. I fucked it up, but y'all get the drift. Forever.
Yeah, where I'm from, they don't make it. It's why we call it the slum. Ballers ain't really balling, they stuntin', take pictures real good. Everybody trying to eat, problem, we fighting over crumbs. Won't help you fix a plate, but when you fix it, they ask you to grub. So much hate in my face, it's hard to see the love. Yo, to thrive in the gutter, you gotta slide with your blower. Sometimes you gotta leave, cause niggas want you to fall. Every other day, somebody mama get in that car. I to my dogs who went out over some cat. Free a neighborhood weed man doing life and one selling crack. No wonder why we call it the trap. The righteous always prevail, right? For the cheese niggas turn rat. That's why you move slow as a snail bite. Same ones to pass you a blunt, want you to fail life and everything else, except for death in jail. If you ask a real nigga, man, they desperate as hell. The type to get caught through time in the box, blame you, not they self. Clumsy emotion on me. These ninjas be tripping. You can play everything in the game and you wanna play victim. Bars is hard, but what's harder? Them bars in prison. Life is what you make it, my ninja. On me, that's a given. Records were meant to be broken, so I'm finna break them. Chances are meant to be taken, and I'm finna take them. Dreams are everything, but on me, the nightmares you face. Stand tall through it all, so I move just like Jason. Yeah, I chose them cause to kill niggas, you gotta be patient. It started in the basement, now we shooting through the ceiling. Then travel across the world with my city, then kept my pivot. Pitch black, I'm blowing that glow. Chronicles of Riddick, let's get it. Yeah. Forever.
But yeah, that's something I recorded last night. I just wanted to let y'all hear that shit real quick. I played it earlier when I started the live and shit, man. I was getting good feedback, so I figured since some of my people was in here, play it again, see what y'all think. I agree with you, bro. I know B. Lee too personally. You know what I'm saying? Not like personally, like I call him, ring him up, but it's a mutual respect when we see each other. You know, I went to the Boys and Girls Club with y'all niggas. You know, I grew up with all y'all. So now I grew up with the whole Gary. I was blessed to go to the Boys and Girls Club. I attended Westside High School. I went to Catholic school prior to going to public school. I played Pop Warner with a lot of you motherfuckers. Bitty basketball with the rest. Shit. I played I played baseball over there in Ironwood. I played that for some years. So I'm just blessed. I basically know everybody when it comes to Gary. Well, when you think about it. What's up, Ari? Do me a favor, Queen. Shut alive, man. Hey, y'all, real quick. This is how I get seen. And not for clout, but certain shit need to be heard. And y'all know how I'm coming. Share the shit. And when you hit share, hey man, hey Dominic, man, I loved your little ass nigga. You was like my little brother to me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we grew up playing sports. I remember you. We was like two of the smallest niggas on the team. You were just smaller than me. But share the live, y'all. When you hit share and it say where, share, you can either share it on your page or hit groups and go just share it in different groups. You know what I'm saying? Just share that shit, bro. Hey, Dominic, nigga, you was the human joystick before Buddy even went to the Chiefs. Like, niggas don't even know, bro. And these are the times that I rely on to keep me sane and motherfucking genuine. Like, I'm not a street nigga. I'm just a nigga that had to play in them streets. I know how to survive them streets, but I don't claim to be a thug, a gangster, none of that shit, man. I'm worthy. I'm a kid from Gary that touched damn near every sidewalk out in that motherfucker and ran into every gang member, blessed, you know what I'm saying? Throughout it all. But I just feel like motherfuckers who got clout and you connected, we got to stop tearing each other down. Like, she should know. If anybody should know, she should understand. She's been like, went through fire and shit. People bagging her, talking bad about her. The first opportunity you get, you want to bag somebody. I doubt very seriously that homie's ever said anything about her. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even no doubt. I know he's never said nothing about her prior to this. Now, he probably had some shit to say about it now because I got something to say. So I know he do. I'm showing the homies and shit. And they like, man, who is this bitch? Like, why she look green, worthy? You know, and all this shit that's funny. But the only thing I could do is try to stay on point and make sure I get my point across. Like, you know, it ain't even that, bro. She's a popular porn star. First thing, as soon as I say that, my nigga, the OG say, well, nigga, she's a fucking indie animal. She's a fucking indie animal. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but she like, but Gary has made a popularity and shit. It's a whole bunch of popularities running around this bitch. What's up, did you think? I see you on YouTube. What's up? Yo, how you doing, man? Again, I say what's up to everybody that's on YouTube that's fucking with me today. It's a little slow on YouTube. I got about 500 plus subscribers. It's all been organic. I just ain't necessarily been doing right by y'all, and I'm gonna have to do better. So I got a whole lot of content coming. I'm dropping new music as well. I just played one of the tracks. Shout out to my producer friend producer, Chinaman. He's got a lot of placement. He's worked with everybody from Lil Durk, Young Thug, Future, so on. He's Atlanta-based, but he's actually from the Midwest, but he's Atlanta-based, so I want to shout him out. You know what I'm saying? I'm just taking the opportunity to give flowers out, to give positive feedback out. That don't mean I ain't going to say I don't like some shit or some shit could be done better. But where I'm from, Gary, Indiana, very small place, about 15 minutes away from Chicago. Just for the people who don't know me, that's on YouTube watching or my Facebook. We 15 minutes from Chicago. It's hard for us to get as much love. One, because we're not united. We got a few superstars. Most of our superstars that have made it and hit celebrity status, they go MIA, they get low. They don't do too much shouting out, Gary, Indiana. I understand why. It be like that from time to time because the folk back home don't show love like they should. But I feel like as leaders, we should lead by example. Freddie Gibbs being one of the pillars from Gary, Indiana, you know, that's all you really think about when motherfuckers say Gary, Indiana. And like I was telling the homies and shit, man, it's so much more to come from Gary, Indiana than gangsters, especially fake gangsters. I ain't trying to knock the homie, but again, this nigga is a rapper. He's a rapper. It's a difference between a rapper and an artist. An artist is painting a picture, a story, and it's more than likely about his life or some shit that he's been involved in. When you think about like a lot of this shit, man, it be like, man, because the nigga rap good as fuck, fam. Like you can't take that, the talent, the wordplay, even the charisma, the look. You know, if you're an A&R, you're a businessman, and if you know how to do certain shit, you know that he one of the ones. But again, I want motherfuckers to understand that Gary got so much offer, so much else to offer to the world, so much more to offer to the world than that. When you bring up Gary to anybody else, it's never much positivity going on or spoke about when it come to us. People be shocked when they be like, where you from? And I'm like, Gary. My look is in the Gary look. Even the way I rap, the songs that I make and have created both in the past and present don't give off a Gary, Indiana feel. It gives off a true hip-hop head. I grew up to music. What's Mims? Music is my, what is it? What was Mims? Whatever, but you know, I'm just one of those. And I just want you guys to know, the image is definitely, say that shit again, the image is detrimental. The image is truly detrimental to what we're trying to build outside what we already have. He does a lot of good things for the city, come to find out as well. But again, we just need so much more than a gangster rap. And I know we working on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like using that word because put it like this, Chevy. I don't want motherfuckers to think I'm like on some, I'm finna be the king of the G or I'm a god. But we do need a savior. If not me, then somebody else. We need a few saviors in the sense of just to show kids like, you cracking cards is cool. Don't get me wrong. I've never cracked cards. Every time I try to do some card cracking shit or try to do some finesse, I be the nigga that it never go through for. But these kids need to know that you could actually do exactly what I'm doing. I paid my rent last month off my clothes, like off of just branding myself, taking this shit seriously, putting in work. You know what I'm saying? Oh, music is my savior. Okay, bet. Yeah, it has been my savior. That's what I was going with, bro. Like, music has changed my life in so many ways. It's put me in places that I never thought I would be. So many people. I don't think if I never touched that mic, I don't even think I'd be alive. Because, you know, we come from where you got to survive. You either rap, play ball, or do street shit. Playing ball. Excuse me. The coaches that I had in high school, they didn't know me. I wasn't from the West Side. So I went into a situation where I wasn't spoke about or they didn't know my drive or my determination. Prior to going to high school, man, I was a dope athlete. I knew that was my best way of getting attention. That was my best way to get my mother to love me. Unfortunately, a lot of us, I'm not the only one, a lot of us kids didn't have our mothers in our lives the way we think that we should, or you see it depicted on TV or in the rest of the world. So sports, you got band, choir, and shit like that. But again, those programs don't necessarily get that big feedback behind it. No newspaper articles and shit like that. So prior to getting to high school, man, Pop Warner, junior high, I played every sport. High school, the fucking coach had it out for me. I remember like the first trial, the nigga said something to the extent like, you ain't gonna make it. You ain't even got your grades. I had my grades though, but I think that was just like some mind game, psychological shit. But either way, it kind of affected me. It pushed me away from not wanting to play sports. Yeah, Coach Boyd pushed me away from not wanting to play sports. I could say that now. Coach Boyd made me feel like I wasn't good enough for Westside. And in my eyes, I became an outcast. A good outcast, though, because it turned out to be that this whole time of growing up and listening to music and loving music. And I remember my first rap CD that my mother purchased me. The first rap CD that my mother purchased me was Mace, Harlem World. Let's double up on the first CD. Yeah, Harlem World, the blue one. He got the cap on the back. He rapping about raping the girl, not raping it, but he rapping about having sex with a young girl. And I'm only speaking on that now because that's something that bothers me. And that was actually my favorite song growing up, because just the storytelling of it, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is it. This is it. So anytime I see people speaking up on us in the wrong ways, I'm gonna speak up. Anytime I see the window to say some shit that needs to be said, and motherfuckers need to hear it, I'm gonna do that shit. Like, I'm not gonna just sit here and be like, that ain't gonna be cool. If I go live right now at 3 a.m., it ain't gonna be cool. Ain't nobody gonna watch you. Blah, blah. Nah, this is not that no more. This ain't that. I don't even do this for y'all. I more so do this for me because my spirit tell me to go ahead. They need this. Somebody need this. It could be just one person. They need to know, like, dog, you don't have to go out and be them niggas. Half of my life I spent in Gary trying to be some niggas that I wasn't. Being bullied up into middle school. I mean, I got bullied in high school, but I ended up fighting the bully. I ain't proud of it because he ended up being a homie afterwards, but I did what I was supposed to do, and I won. That put me in a different light. But again, I've been fighting like my whole life, like that chip on your shoulder. I'm looking at y'all comments and shit, yo. We got other people tapping in. Who all? Let me see if people still on YouTube up in here with me, man. I know I had a few YouTubers in here earlier. YouTube, man, to the YouTube followers and subscribers, I really appreciate y'all tapping in with me today. Again, like I said, I'm worthy. The Surf Ninja, 219 meaning Gary, Indiana. So, you know, by the way, Surf Ninja come from my favorite childhood movie. I don't know if y'all ever seen that shit. We might have to actually just tap in one of these days and sit back and watch the motherfucking movie together. Like, that's what I want to do. That's how you create a community. Everybody ain't for me and I ain't for everybody, but for the ones I'm for, we gonna have a good time. We gonna learn some shit. We gonna laugh about some shit. Shit, eventually we gonna cry about some shit, because as much as I share my good news, I share my bad news. I share when shit happen that most don't expect to hear. I share that shit. If you don't know me, I went viral from everything from my ex put up a sexual picture of me and niggas acting like they never ate ass before. I done had some local famous rappers from my city set me up, bring me to a studio and jump me. I went viral for that. I went viral for a peach eating contest. I won $1,200 for that. I went viral for one of the most, and I say this simply not to step on any toes or hurt any feelings, but to just keep it real. I speak the truth. I don't do the lies. I don't hold back. I tell my story. I'm like one of the most popular niggas in the city, especially at that point. I had to run in with him. Motherfucker tried to lay his hands on me or whatever. Shit, God took over. That's how I tell that story. You know what I'm saying? With the strength of David, I survived that testimony, went viral on that. And I just been going viral since, but it's been a lot of negativity surrounding my journey, a lot of mess. So I was promoting that more than I promote shit like this. I want to promote this shit and whatever else come with it, come with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be perfect because we don't live in a perfect world. I'm just trying to be worthy. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. Whatever title I bestow on myself. So the titles that I've bestowed on myself, we've got artist, fashion designer, friend, fiance. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna leave it out there unspoken. I'm not a dad. I'm not a father, unfortunately. A lot of shit has gone on in my life that has made it where I'm not allowed to be a dad or a father. Shit, I'm not even a son anymore. I don't have a parent. My parent passed. The parent that I did have passed. My mom, the person who birthed me, I'm the first one to come out of vagina. We don't have a great relationship. I don't want to do the blame game and do a lot of pointing, but I've matured so much, and I think that I've taken the steps in order for us to possibly figure it out, and it just ain't been figured out. You know, it's not to blame her because I say a lot. When I was born in the 80s, the parents, they was just living. Crack came, coke was arriving, shit like that. You had card parties. I was the kid that got woke up to come do the moonwalk. What is it? Moonwalk. Yeah, moonwalk through the fucking the living room, and Michael Jackson crouch pump, all that, the fucking onesie with no foots, cut it out because they didn't want, that type of life. So I'm him. I'm seeing I'm getting a lot of, hey, yeah, Three Ninjas is, hey, so look, another thing, my journey when it comes to the music has all been dictated about the movies that I watch and shit like that. So the whole, y'all seen the video I did with Randy G. If you on YouTube watching me, my videos aren't the videos where you got 5 to 20 niggas jumping around with guns and shit. My videos are videos that are created to like tell a story. It might be a story taken from my favorite movie. Like, so I did a video with Randy G. I'm the Surf Ninja. What I did was I created what would it be, like a mesh up of all my favorite movies in one. So you got a little Street Fighter, Ken Ryu type of vibe going on. Then you got like Bruce Leroy, The Last Dragon, top favorite. Three Ninjas. That's my next move as far as projects. See, I've been collaborating with a lot of bigs out here. I've actually got this vibe with one of my homies. Then we got this Metro Boomin 21 Savage vibe. But also, I've changed from who I am, from Gary. Like, I don't approach life like a rapper no more. When I go to the studio, I don't necessarily care to record. I can record. If it presents itself, I will. But I'm more just filling shit out now in life. I'm not meeting people and say, hey, yeah, I'm a rapper. Hey, nice to meet you, man. I'm Worthy of Surf Ninja 219, fashion designer, artist extraordinaire. And if you want to know more about me, then we start networking and shit like that. Rappers, I feel like we at the bottom of the totem pole. I made more money. Do the dance for me. Which dance? Oh, no. You talking about, I got it too. Don't even play with me, bro. Don't even play with me. Hold on. Come on. Then you had me out there. I remember the onesie too, because I only had one onesie. I had that light blue onesie with the foots cut out. Before the foots cut out, the bitch was dirty as hell. Like, Kim, shame on you. I love you though, ma. I told my mama, like, and this is something. I don't, again, you could tell by how I share my shit. Either you one hell of a liar or you ain't a liar. Ain't no in between. But I reached out to my mom and I said, Mom, I truly love you. And I don't want no apology, but what I would like to do is talk and get an understanding of where were you at mentally when things was going on. Like, as far as just as an adult, she was young when she had me. She had 3 kids. She had me when she was 18. She was married to my pops. My pops was one of them old niggas that like young women. So back in the day, a lot of older guys had younger women. My mom was 20. He was 40. I don't know what she was thinking. Maybe she felt like a childhood got snatched away. Cause I say that from a point of view of how a nigga who I got 5 kids' mothers. I've got anywhere from 11 impossible. So I got a spades hand when it comes to kids. And I wrote her, and I was hoping that she was gonna respond to me and be on some grown shit, but she didn't. She liked my post. She liked one of my posts for the first time in like the last year and shit. But that's life. I used to get mad, sad about it, heart, but shit. I prefer to help others overcome shit like that because that's a hard feeling. That's a hard feeling. And you can't control shit like that. You got to know that you can't control that a motherfucker don't love you or don't whatever the case be. You can only control you. So if you go out into the world mad at the world and want to set the world on fire, that's what you can control. Instead of setting the world on fire, you can set like physically burning that bitch down. You could burn it up, but like get lit. Show people how to overcome it. Make some songs about surviving that situation. Shit like that. That's all. Hold on, I'm gonna go through y'all comments. I see people's comment. That's what's up. You asked her questions. Did you? No, I didn't get an answer. She didn't even respond, sis. Cause she knows she. I say this to my mom. She knows she fucked up. I say this to my sister all the time, and my baby sister should be trying to ignore me, and certain times she'd be like, she'd kind of try to take up for her, which I understand. But when you're the youngest child, you've watched, like, the parents who don't know what to do with the first kid because you're new to it. You're a new parent. Then you had that second kid, and you kind of know what you think you should know. You know what I'm saying? You think you know what you should do, and then when you have another kid, you're like, I got it. It was just one of those situations. But I would like to hear from the horse's mouth. Ain't that how they said? Ain't that the old? Ain't that how they said? Would like to hear from the horse's mouth. Hey man, I was just young. Whatever be the case, I understand. I respect it. But for you not to say nothing like, I need my mom more than anything now. I can't have her, but it's cool. It's life. But put yourself in my shoes just for a second. I got all these great things going on. I done went on Steve Harvey's show, got engaged. I grew up watching wrestling. Y'all don't understand. Y'all do understand. So you know how certain shit that happened in your life, you be like, you can't believe this happening, but it was meant to happen because your whole life you've been living like this. Whether it be my whole life, I loved wrestling. My whole life, I lived in an imaginary dream world before I had to come into the real world and like start dealing with bills or being homeless or having kids, shit like that. So growing up as a kid, shit like wrestling was great for me. It was just a dream, just what they call it. Help me out, y'all, so I can stay on track and not get emotional, but like, just be informative and keep it together. Yeah, man, they can't, and it hurts me, bro. You could tell about how I be feeling. Yeah, I was on Steve Harvey, bro. I got engaged to my fiance on Steve Harvey's show. I'm getting married in November. Like I said, parallel universe. Say, I am Fedoric. How you doing, man? Shout out to everybody that's on my YouTube. As of right now, my Facebook does a lot, so I can see they post, but I'm seeing the YouTube people. I really appreciate you guys. Where was that going with it? Well, but again, okay, that's why I was going with it. Man, I'm doing so many great things, and I truly want to be able to share these things with my mom. But we have no relationship. We can't have no relationship because as a parent, I feel like it's a certain approach or something she hasn't done whatever. But I'm doing all this great shit, nigga. Like I said, I ghost wrote for the WWF superstar R-Truth. I grew up watching wrestling. My mother's baby brother is a fucking nerd, geek, wrestling fanatic. So that's how I became a geek nerd. This is how I became like ruckus. I know you know about it, Syndrome. Anybody else that's in the hip hop. Before Eminem became super duper popular, we had shit like Ruckus with Mos Def and Talib Kweli and all them. Like my uncle is the reason that wrestling, rap, It's very influential. Music. My mom is the reason I love music. And again, so I could say, I could tell by the music that my mom used to listen to, that what she was going through in life dictated what she listened to. Thanks to what she was going through in life and the music she listened to, I am this person. Yo, give me.
Forever. Forever. Yeah. Where I'm from, they don't make it, why we call it the slum. Ballers ain't really ballin', they stuntin', take pictures real good. Everybody trying to eat, problem, we fighting over crumbs. Won't help you fix a plate, but when you fix it, they ask you to grub. So much hate in my face, it's hard to see the love. Yo, to thrive in the gutter, you gotta slide with your blower. Sometimes you gotta leave, cause niggas want you to fall. Every other day, somebody mama getting that call. I.P. to my dogs who went out over some cat. Free a neighborhood, we man doing life and one selling crack. No wonder why we call it the trap. The righteous always prevail, right? For the cheese niggas turn rat. That's why you move slow as a snail bite. Same ones to pass you a blunt, want you to fail life and everything else, except for death in jail. If you ask a real nigga, man, they desperate as hell. The type that get caught through time in the box, blame you, not they self. Clumsy emotion on me. These ninjas be tripping. You can play everything in the game and you wanna play victim. Bars is hard, but what's harder? Them bars in prison. Life is what you make it, my ninja. On me, that's a given. Records were meant to be broken, so I'm finna break them. Chances are meant to be taken, and I'm finna take them. Dreams are everything, but on me, the nightmares you face. Stand tall through it all, so I move just like Jason. Yeah, I chose them cause to kill niggas, you gotta be patient. It started in the basement, now we shooting through the ceiling. Then travel across the world with my city, then kept my pivot. Pitch black, I'm blowing that glow. Chronicles of Riddick, let's get it. Yeah, forever. Forever.
My bad, y'all. My bad. Let me make sure everything. Y'all let me know if my voice too loud or whatever. But hey, I just be trying to be who I am. That's the easiest thing you can do is be yourself nowadays, because everybody else taking. I ain't have it easy, but I'm sure that nobody else have it easy. I just find the need to share my testimonials and just go from there. Because again, other people had to deal with shit I had to deal with. Might have been worse. It's no comparison, But again, I be wanting other motherfuckers to know, like, so when you going through something, you think about some shit, you get all choked up. It's okay to cry. It's okay to think about that shit. We go through life like trying to be tough as men, period. You know what I'm saying? As people, period. Shit, I ain't gonna even take from no gender, man. No gender. And then, like I say, the stuff that I was talking about, you think about all that's happened, all that the government has done in order to try to stay with money or just keep us as a people separated, black folk, white folk, people of color, and then pale people, whatever you call them. Because I love all people. But that's had a on-lasting effect on all of us personally, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be your health, shit like that, even this COVID shit, you know what I'm saying? We all know that COVID shit was man-made. You go look on the back of the bottles and shit like that. So it ain't even necessarily your parents. It's like it's a chain reaction for everything. I know my bro said, I appreciate that, Iron. I hope I'm saying your name right, man. I appreciate that. Anybody from YouTube, I truly appreciate you guys, man. I wasn't even expecting to have as many people as I got watching me from YouTube. But again, thank you. I'm gonna constantly do my thing, man. And they'll tell you, like, one thing I ain't never stopped doing was being worthy. It's just, again, it's surreal to see that you have an effect on people, but they won't publicly show that you have an effect on them. From my city, I've done shows and had whole we talking about 50 or more audience in the crowd saying my words back to back to back to back. You don't see that too often. I used to, I'd be like, damn. But even when you can get it done when you're one person, so shit like that make me push, because I know, Gary, Indiana, we're not taught to run with each other. We're not taught to have each other back. I've been other places where they do have each other back, even if they don't agree with each other, even if they don't like what each other do, they find time to support and promote. I'm just trying to, I'm changing trying, because trying is not something I like to say. Abada said, why are you fasting? Both for, I don't see myself to be religious. I definitely see myself to be spiritual, but I'm fasting for health reasons and spiritual reasons. I want to rid my body of a lot of these toxins that I've been intaking over my life. I was diagnosed with 2 hernias a few years back. And when I found out that I had them, it stopped like a lot of the things that I could eat, my intake. And during that process, I started learning that a lot of the stuff that we eat ain't even good for us. Again, I've just been living, surviving. I ain't even gonna say living. Shit, got kicked out the crib 14, 15, had been homeless pretty much up until that point. I stopped being homeless when I started using my penis as a tool to survive. I never crossed the fence and did any homosexual activities. That's not to knock anybody or their sexual preference, but this is just me sharing my journey. But I was using my dick, meaning I got the first person that I got with pregnant. We ended up having a kid not too much longer. That would seem like an outlet to survive. And I kind of was doing it over and over again. So I wasn't living. I wasn't caring about health. I've always been talented, but I didn't understand where my talent could truly get me if I put the hard work in. I've always had like the spider senses, the intuition. I used to force myself to hang with the wrong crowd. Again, your location has a lot to do with how you go about living life. Gary, Indiana, I don't know how it is now because I ain't a teenager, but I can only imagine it's a lot worse. But growing up, you didn't have many options. You don't want to be picked on. You don't want to be bullied. You would rather hang with the bullies or be with the popular folks. So a lot of the stuff that I did growing up, I would say that's not truly who I was, but it allowed me to learn so much. But through it all, I didn't care about my health, both physically and mentally. So, I mean, even now you can look at my hands and see how fucked up they are. Whether it be, and this has all come from protecting myself, but it's just like, damn. You shouldn't have to live like that, but that's life and different. People in the Middle Eastern are going through so much more. It's just, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'll just leave it at that. But so I'm looking to, I don't want to eat any foods with red color dye or color dyes in general. The fake acidic foods I'm trying to get away from. Especially like, I know if soda ain't a food, but it's something you digest. The sodas, the fake apple juices, the fake juices, period. The 100% concentrated shits. I do smoke weed heavy. I'm pushing on from that. I know the process isn't going to be necessarily easy, but it isn't going to be hard because I've already strategized on how I'm going to push towards that direction. instead of just trying to quit cold turkey on the weed, I've taken a little bit of how Muslims fast. I won't be smoking until the sun is completely gone. And I'll do that for a couple of days and basically wean myself off. But instead of smoking what I usually smoke, weed and backwoods or the natural leaf game cigars, I'm going to move to papers. I've never really liked papers. I don't like the way the papers taste. I don't like the way the weed tastes when it come out of it. But I'm taking steps to be the best version of myself. Bro, I be juicing all natural drinks, family. I didn't know that, man. Hit me to the game, bro. Hit me. And this is the thing, though. A lot of vegetables are man-made, spliced or created from different veggies and fruits. So with that being said, I can't intake every fruit and vegetable because they're not all real. Do you feel lost in life, like something is missing in your heart? Yeah, I definitely do. I know what that is. It's family. It's family. Period. I don't want to put like a certain name on it. It's just family, period. I don't feel lost though. Like my GPS is surely working. Again, the steps that I've taken to better myself, my GPS started working a few years ago. So I no longer worry about it, but it's still in my heart. The feelings, you could tell, like, shit, what person who is being successful who hasn't, man, listen, I've never put my hands on my mother. I've seen people beat their mama ass. The first time I ever cussed at my mother was a few years ago because I was grown and I felt like this shit had never been talked about. And I just said some shit like, I'm going to tell you the story, and I'm only sharing the story briefly so you can get an understanding. My mama used to beat my ass. My mama used to kick me through walls. She done busted plates on my head and took me to the hospital and told them folk she done busted a plate on my head, and the motherfucker gave me back to her. Not to say I would have wanted to be in the system, but that's a feeling. It's a whole different type of feeling. Again, me and my siblings, it's several of us. My daddy had hella kids. I'm probably the closest thing to my daddy, whether it be we got the same name, minus a different suffix, look alike, or the number of kids. But I'm changing the cycle. So it has so much more to do with me and less to do with them. I understand it because I'm grown, but they do have something to do with it. Anyway, me and my sister had a disagreement or whatever, and we got to somehow a little entanglement, a little physical entanglement. It wasn't like too much. Oh, my sister tried to stab me with a knife. Anyway, mama come through after it's all over with, and I felt like she was taking up for Jordan, even if she wasn't or was. But I could tell that the emotion of not having my mom around, not being able to call her. I can't call her and ask her about how I should deal with something with my fiance. I don't have that type, whatever. I don't have that. So she comes, she whatever, and I just basically spazzed and I said, suck my dick. I remember something like that. I didn't even call her a bitch. Just the first thing that could come to my head. And that's just how hurt I am from all the times that have happened and nothing has occurred even yet. Because I'm not looking for an apology. I'm just looking for a conversation or I don't think that you can heal from shit without letting up the rug. You can't sweep the shit under the rug. You can't throw the shit up under the bus and hope for shit to heal. It just don't work like that. All organic, bro. I fucks with the local farmers. Well, put me on, because that's what I was finna go do, bro. We got all the farmers markets out here, man. I'm trying to figure it out. I was going to go on a pescatarian diet. I'm like, nah, I don't really want fish and all that. Then I was looking at the fruit diet. But then I'm trying to figure out, again, which fruits are real, which fruits can I count on, which ones I can't. Like tomatoes are man-made. I can't eat those. What's up, Jamie? Yeah, bro. I'm looking at these comments and shit, man. My bad, y'all. Just seeing who all in here, man. I've been live, about an hour? hour 9 minutes. That's a nice amount of time. I got like another 20, 30 minutes in me. I got a few people on here from YouTube. Hey y'all, how y'all doing, man? I'm an artist. I go by Worthy the Surf Ninja 219. I was James Worthy, but spelled Jaymes, just due to, you know, how paperwork and all that. But there's quite a few James Worthys, come to find out. Not to mention Big Game James from the Lakers. So I definitely changed around the name. I'm an artist, fashion designer, all the above, from Gary, Indiana. Shit. I specialize in customize. I feel the need to do these lives so others can believe in themselves and feel like, you know, taking your journey, giving feedback, both good and bad, about the process, help others, inspire others. Me showing how consistent and persistent I am will help others. So I just do it, man. My spirit tell me to do it. Why not? Because like where I'm from, it ain't a lot of folks showing you what's going on behind closed doors. Last month, thank the universe, I was able to pay my bills strictly off of customizing my clothes and just marketing them right, you know, whether it was me taking great pictures or marketing them at the right times on the right social media platforms. Shit. So I feel the need to show other folk that they can do it. Nobody showed me that I could do it. And even when they saw that I was doing certain shit, they don't give the recipes. A lot of folks are scared that they'll give you the recipe and you're going to be able to cook better than them, or, you know, whatever. It's a possibility. That's a possibility. There's also a possibility that you won't be able to cook better than them. It don't matter. But for me, this journey is just so much better when doing this shit. So whether it's something that's personal or some business shit I'm going through as a designer, business shit I'm going through as an artist, creating my own waves. No, for some reason they won't let me see that. Yeah, I'm sorry, sis. I think I'm gonna have to what I think I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to change it from my other pages and put it. But how you doing today, Bunny? And probably was you the only one comment on that one? I'm probably gonna have to go on that page because you probably weren't the only one commenting. I gotta get it where I can see it all. Y'all know we live Wednesday night. Live meaning I have my videos loaded up, my pictures loaded up, shit like that. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with me on Wednesday. I go live every other day, maybe every day in between then, depending on when the spirit tell me. Because again, I stay in the house, not all the time, but I do go about customizing clothes and shit like that. So I do have an hour and a half here, maybe 2 hours there where I can go live and say what's up. Hey, Shan, thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. You know I fuck with you, bro. I be just talking shit about most shit, but I did feel a certain type of way about you comparing being an indie animal to being called the N-word by a white person. I didn't like that. Because, you know, it's a lot of black folk that had to deal with so much more than that you can't compare that. I get what you were saying, but even then, being called an indie animal is only a derogatory term because they trying to shoot it at you like that. We're not wearing it like a badge or a shield. I wear it being an indie animal like a shield. I'm not a pacer. I'm an indie animal. I'm not a rail cat. I'm an indie animal. I'm not a Bulls. Although we got so many Chicago Bull fans, I'm a fucking indie animal, bro. I'm going to go get it tattooed. And I get it. Y'all don't want to be one. I just want y'all to know it's not a derogatory term. Fuck who's saying it. It's only derogatory if you take it like that. Somebody who sucked dick for a living said they're not an indie animal, but they from Indiana. Make it make sense. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to my YouTube people. I'm sorry. Sometimes every now and then I accidentally curse, but I'm going to keep it together because we got to be on this professional shit. But I still want y'all to know. That I'm a human. I'm a regular person. Regular people can be celebrities. Celebrities can be regular people, right? Talking about shit. I just said we make our own families. You know, I feel that disconnect and lack of support from family as well. Yeah, that's a hell of a feeling, Jessica. Just to even know that your family is alive. Let me say y'all, I'm gonna share this with y'all. No, I ain't gonna share it today. I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna hold on to it. But family, yeah. But you my family, sis. That's why we created the frat. Although them brothers ain't my family no more, man, and it is what it is, I'm still frat. I am the frat. I am that house. I am the frat house. Family riding always through tough times. FRATTT. That's what our acronym standing for the whole time. Frat house. Family riding always through tough times. You not my family if you can't ride with me when I'm down bad, the same way you ride with me when I'm up. I've got so many people that just started as Facebook friends, or motherfuckers thought that my jokes was funny, that have became family. And that's what I have to remind myself. Jessica, that's what we have to remind ourselves of, them extended family members that we've created, that we've met and they've stayed and stuck around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very appreciative of those. Definitely appreciative of those. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't saying that to compare it to my bad, man. Yeah, I wasn't saying that to compare it in all ways, because that term too new for that to make sense. Yeah, you got to think about what you're writing sometimes. Say my head down right now. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. I'm definitely gonna find what I'm looking for, man. It's not a doubt in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I already know that, you know. And again, I would love to reunite or just have a dope situation with my family. But to force things, you don't understand. Again, the universe may be telling me every day that's not for me, and I just want it so bad until I get it, and then I realize it's not for me. So I just speak outwardly to motherfuckers, and excuse me, because you're not a motherfucker. I speak outwardly to you because you may be somebody that's going through the same thing, and you need to know it. Or you may not. Maybe you need to tell me something that's going to better my outlook on it, you know. But just to hold it in and not to share it, shame on us. Shame. I am very emotional. Hey, you missed it. Was you on here when I was crying? It's a big movement. We wavy, baby. But it's definitely a movement. I got to give me a question. My microphone, is it extra loud? Like, just come on, man. Cause I can't do too many more shows. I got my headphones in my pocket and I can hear my voice all the way up here. I know that motherfucker gotta be loud. Man, you know, that's all I know is work. WERK, man, working every resource known. We created that lingo, 7 years ago? And it just stuck. And it's been riding the wave ever since. That's why I call myself the Surfing Ninja. I create waves, whether it's my clothes or my music or the things that me and wifey do by creating content. These are all waves, and I surf them. You didn't know that, did you? Let me read these comments. I was only comparing it to the N-word in the sense that it's a double standard with who I'm going to allow to say, I'm an Indian. Okay, so with saying that, why you keep spelling Indianimal, I-N-D-Y? That's why you think it's some Indianapolis shit. But when you say that, are you saying like you could be called an Indianimal, but it just depends on who calls you that? Is that what you said, bro? If so, that's not good enough. The nigga say, so if you ain't from Gary, you can't call me that because you trying to be funny. I know what you mean, though. I'm talking shit right now. It ain't bad enough. You sound fine to me. Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I go through it like anybody else, though. Yeah, I can't act like my days are perfect, but I just strive to be the best version of myself, man. I listen to if anybody want to know what I listen to just try to stay grounded. I do a lot of Abraham Hicks. I do a lot of 19 Keys. Really, that's it for now. I'm always do other things, but I try not to sway away from what keeps me grounded. Abraham Hicks, at least one video a day is quick 15-minute videos, and it's as simple as listening to me. It's like when you listen to somebody talk about something, describe a situation they go through, and then you can relate to it, and then you find yourself like you place yourself in, and you're like, oh, I could have handled it like that, or that's what this is, and shit like that. What do you guys listen to, man? Share that shit with me, man. Share some recipes. I promise I ain't gonna try to cook better than you, but I would love to know. I would love to know what you listen to keep yourself grounded, staying positive, what keeps you focused. When you find yourself feeling like you're falling apart, what do you listen to? Do you have any go-to music? Is there any colors that you like to wear to keep you feeling? See, we all got different stuff that we do. Look, I fucked my hand up big time. Y'all see that shit? That finger down. My finger ain't even where it's supposed to be. But we live Wednesday night, y'all remember. Wednesday night, I'm thinking probably about 9 my time. It'll be like 8 y'all time. 8 Indiana time. I'm not sure where you at, Ian, or anybody else that's on YouTube. But again, I really do appreciate y'all, man. YouTube rocked with me heavy today. YouTube rocked with me heavy today. Then my Facebook friends, I had Jessica, Renee, Jamie, Dominique, Tamisha, Ari, Tony. Man, y'all showed out today, and I really appreciate it. It mean a lot to me, man. Truly mean a lot to me. It's 2 o'clock. I got like another 4 to 5 hours before the sun get ready to go down. Excuse me. I'm finna get back to it. Work on some of these clothes. I'm gonna let a couple of my tracks play for a second. You guys can follow me on Instagram. I'm Surf Ninja 219. Surf Ninja 219 on TikTok as well. Then if you're looking for me on Facebook, I'm James Worthy. Jaymes Worthy, WRTHY. Like I said, I'm the Fashion Lord Shomaru, artist extraordinaire in Uwasha. Shit, from Gary, Indiana. Mad love, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in with a ninja. Play a couple tracks for you guys. If you like any of my pieces in the background, let me know. If you like my energy, let me know. If it's something that you feel like we should talk about on the next live, let me know. Just let me know. And run up the likes on the video like my broski said. Listen to the sound bath playlist on iTunes to meditate or take a bath. I'm going to have to try that out because I've been having problems with meditating lately. I meant your mic. Sorry, I wasn't trying to make it seem like I was talking about you. Oh, no, that's cool, bro. You know, I talk so fast and none of my stuff is scripted. I'm really just talking from the heart. So I'll be talking about one thing, and depending on what I see, read, or even just the feeling that I get, I might go to something else. So, bro, I don't take it like that, bro. I don't take it like that, man. I appreciate you even tapping in with me. I was able to, I think it showed that I had 6 YouTube people at one time. That's the most I've had the whole time. Again, I've been kind of nervous and scared to just do this without like trying to be funny or tear somebody down and then got at me. So I'm finally doing it for the right reason. It's organic and I'm not worried about it. And I'm not worried about anything at that, you know, like as far as like a comment and nothing like that. Just for somebody to comment means a lot to me. Like, y'all don't understand. I know it's greatness inside of me. They seen it, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, when I was telling you about the times that I went viral, I'm talking I've even went viral just going live to diss somebody. When you go live and you see, I want to say it was either 1.8 or 18 point K, 18 point something. But that's a lot of people to be watching you at one time, but only for mess. You know what I'm saying? For mess and to tear somebody down. I'm thriving to get that type of feedback on a positive level. Whether it's me talking about my brand, talking about just sharing my childhood and some of the things I went through that I'm not necessarily proud of, but has made me a better person. Talking about somebody else, building them up. Shit, that's what I'm here for. Anybody else want to share what they be listening to on YouTube or Amazon or iTunes or anything of that nature, just to figure out themselves in life? Yeah, man, I pretty much got the hang of this now, bro. So it's time to really do this shit the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like really do this shit the right way.
Why we call it the slum. Ballers ain't really balling, they stunting, take pictures real good. Everybody trying to eat.
I love y'all, man. Y'all have a great day. Thanks. Well, have a great day. Have the day you deserve. Meaning, whatever you want, go get it.
Yo, to thrive in the gutter, you gotta slide with your blower. Sometimes you gotta leave, cause niggas want you to fall. Every other day, somebody mama getting that call. I to my dogs who went out over some cat. For your neighborhood weed man doing life and one selling crack. No wonder why we call it the trap. The righteous always prevail, right? For the cheese niggas turn rat. That's why you move slow as a snail bite. Same ones to pass you a blunt, want you to fail life and everything else, except for death in jail. If you ask a real nigga, man, they desperate as hell. The type that get caught through time in the box, blame you, not they self. Clumsy emotion on me. These ninjas be tripping. You can play everything in the game and you wanna play victim. Bars is hard, but what's harder? Them bars in prison. Life is what you make it, my ninja. On me, that's a given. Records were meant to be broken, so I'm finna break them. Chances are meant to be taken, and I'm finna take them. Dreams are everything, but on me, the nightmares you face. Stand tall through it all, so I move just like Jason. Yeah, I chose them cause to kill niggas, you gotta be patient. It started in the basement, now we shooting through the ceiling. Then travel across the world with my city, then kept my pivot. Pitch black, I'm blowing that glow. Chronicles of Riddick, let's get it. Yeah. Forever. Forever.
I just don't think it's fair that you charge me 25% interest on the money that you loan me when you already take 30% out of my check. You know, I ain't got no G-string and I ain't out there making no tips. You know.
What was this stripping game, partner? Who you ain't got to? All you do is spin record. That's all you do. Who you think it is? DJ Quick? Huh?
I ain't saying
Kick and free?
I didn't say
Huh? Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker.
Running through the game like I'm doing cross country. I don't even speak that language if you ain't talking no money. I ain't trying to make no friends, stop talking about you living. Gone with all that cap and swear to God these niggas funny. Running through the game like I'm doing cross country. I don't even speak that language if you ain't talking no money. I ain't trying to make no friends, stop talking about you living. Gone with all that cap and swear to God these niggas funny.
Heard I'm too old for this shit, baby, I'm too cold for this shit. Insecure, I'm too slow for this shit. IP, JD front row, had a snotty nose in that bitch. Had no whip, salute to Gator, man got drove to that shit. Just dry, no last CD, spring sips froze in that bitch. Just trying to grow up now, I'm connecting, motherfucker. And guess who the plug? Elevated like fuck the hate, I'm just showing love. Gotta run through your veins like blood, blood, blood. Bitch, I'm running through the game with the 40 like Mike for the bucks. If we ain't talking no change or bucks, I don't get no fuck. I know Tro Dame, they all the same, they just bust. For the rush, they get a rush like Reggie Bush.
Running through the game like I'm doing cross country. I don't even speak that language if you ain't talking no money. I ain't trying to make no friends, stop talking about you living. Gone with all that cap and swear to God these niggas funny. Running through the game like I'm doing cross country. I don't even speak that language if you ain't talking no money. I ain't trying to make no friends, stop talking about you living. Gone with all that cap and swear to God these niggas funny.
Straight to business, little nigga. Ain't shit funny. Why you acting like children, little nigga? All that loud talking, hissing, act like women, little nigga. Tell my bitch, keep on bitch. You act like women, little nigga. Had a vision, little nigga. Let's go. Yeah. Hold on, give me a minute. Nigga, give me a minute. Real life ain't giving no gimme. This ain't a gimme, nigga. This me, man, motherfucker Emmy. Fuck all that. I'm in the field, nigga, fuck the ninjas. Flag on him. Nigga cross line scrimmage. Yeah. Know the drill like a motherfucker dentist. Yeah. One thing period like the end of a sentence. Yeah.
charge me 25% interest on the money that you loan me when you already take 30% out of my check. You know, I ain't got no G-string and I ain't out there making no tips, you know.
What was this stripping game, partner? Who you ain't nothing? All you do is spin record. That's all you do. Who you think it is? DJ Quick? Huh?
I ain't saying
Kick and free?
I didn't say
Huh? Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker.
Running through the game like I'm doing cross country. I don't even speak that language. If
Youngins on the track, ho.
forget their opinions, they are not valid to me.
Ain't not for real, straight up.
Really outside, I'm who they trying to be.
They tryna beat me straight up.
We buying for keys, y'all goofies be signing the lease.
Hey man, we ain't leasing that.
Can't teach you the game, but no, I can't do it for free.
Never that.
Forget their opinions,
Yeah.
they ain't even winning.
Straight up, man.
Yeah,
They don't even be doing nothing. But
Straight
got so
up.
much to say you did.
forget their opinions,
Forget them.
they ain't even winning.
They ain't even winning, man.
Yeah.
More to try to tell you how
Yeah.
you supposed to be doing
Straight
you,
up.
man.
Lanes be taking them L's, trying to tell the next man how to rock. You ain't from the block, boy, you need to stop. You ain't in the street, you invest in stocks. You a Waffle House cook, you don't cook no rock. Flexing too hard, but to get yourself raw. Keep it real, boy, you grew up in cars. You was part of the band, not part of the mob. Boys be flexing like both machines. Water boy, you ain't part of the team. Pouring no tussin', that swore was lean. Bought you some drywall, swore was clean. Roll up a skimp, they swear that they cheat. Got them a bad, now they swear that they beach. Swear that they cool, but they really be screech. Swearing she thick, girl, that ain't no peach. I always do it big, never do little. Gold on me, looking like I'm drug killer. These rappers monkey, so they stay in the middle. Claim real, but be talking on pillows. Stay solid, yeah, I'm always 10 toes. Haters gon' hate, you know how it goes. The game is sold, boy, not to be told. Don't trust most, they don't follow the code. Forget their opinions, they are not valid to me.
Ain't not for real, straight up.
Really outside, I'm who they trying to be.
They tryna beat me straight up.
We buying for keys, y'all goofies be signing the lease.
Hey man, we ain't leasing that.
Can't teach you the game, but no, I can't do it for free.
Never that.
Forget their opinions,
Yeah.
they ain't even winning.
Straight up, man.
Yeah,
They don't even be doing nothing. But got
straight
so
up.
much to say you did.
Youngins
Forget
on
their
the track,
opinions.
Forget 'em.
they ain't even winning.
They ain't even winning, man.
Yeah.
More to try to tell you how
Yeah.
you supposed to be doing
Straight
you,
up.
man.
Fuck all opinions. That's energy waste. I know it's a given, them niggas won't give it, but fuck it, I take it. Be damned if I listen to a nigga alive but barely living. Some niggas just happy to say they surviving, my niggas go get it. I ride with the facts, you ride with opinions. You niggas is losing, my niggas be winning. You running your mouth, we running them stats. Chasing the cheese, but you chasing the rats. Taking the game and ain't giving it back. Chasing the champions, give me the belt. Easiest thing I ever did was fuck around and be myself. Try it. Custom fit, they wanna buy the shit. Baddest bitch in the same drip. Flying through in a spaceship. Stars construct like a bait kid. Rapping about murders and you ain't did it. Heard your man took you in the bitch, you was scared, you wasn't even with it, so why do you spit it?
Forget their opinions, they are not valid to me.
Ain't not for real, straight up.
Really outside, I'm who they trying to be.
They tryna beat me straight up.
We buying for keys, y'all goofies be signing the lease.
Hey man, we ain't leasing that.
Can't teach you the game, but no, I can't do it for free.
Never that.
Forget their opinions,
Yeah.
they ain't even winning.
Straight up, man.
Yeah,
They don't even be doing nothing. But got
Straight
so
up.
much to say you did.
forget their opinions,
Forget them.
they ain't even winning.
They ain't even winning, man.
Yeah.
More to try to tell you how
Yeah.
you supposed to be doing
Straight
you,
up.
man.
Yeah.
Nah, ain't no delay and shit. Yeah.
Ever since hand, the way I be cutting up. Black leather pair with the zipper shit, head wild as fuck. On my emo shit dark as fuck, but them hoes say I'm glowing up. Mommy issues got my heart cold as fuck, fully loaded off the drugs, but chopper loaded up. Legend of Megan got folks in the corner like word, you goaded up. I just stayed down, yeah, we stayed down. Now we going up. 250 line, that watch shit got side pouring up. Was broke in the bitch, got motivated like damn, it's poor as fuck. I was alone like Macaulay, trips to Milwaukee just to get the bucks. Know that the bitch say I'm annoyed as shit, I won't even roll a blunt. 5 hour the trip, 5 hour my energy, Red Bull got me up. But life is a bitch when you riding around with life in the trunk. 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 My hustlers know what the fuck I'm talking about, man. Edward Scissorhands, where I be cutting up. Black leather pair with the zipper shit hit wild fuck. Dark, but the say a nigga growing up. Mommy issues got my heart cold as fuck, fully loaded off drugs, but my chopper loaded up. Bow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, 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 yeah. Edward Scissorhands.
Nah, ain't no delay and shit.
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands, the way I be cutting up. Black leather pair with the zipper shit, head wild as fuck. On my emo shit dark as fuck, but them hoes say I'm glowing up. Mommy issues got my heart cold as fuck, fully loaded off the drugs, but chopper loaded up. Legend of Megan got folks in the corner like word you goaded up. I just stayed down, yeah we stayed down. Now we going up. 250 line that watch shit got side pouring up. Was broke in the bitch, got motivated like damn it's poor as fuck. I was alone like Macaulay, trips to Milwaukee just to get the bucks. Noted the bitch, say I'm annoyed as shit, I won't even roll a blunt. 5 hour the trip, 5 hour my energy, Red Bull got me up. But life is a bitch when you riding around with life in the trunk. 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 My hustlers know what the fuck I'm talking about, man. Edward Scissorhands, way I be cutting up. Black leather pair with the zipper shit hit wild fuck. Dog, but the say a nigga growing up. Mommy issues got my heart cold as fuck, fully loaded off drugs, but my chopper loaded up. Bow, bow.